Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with another video review. Today we're looking at the Newage, the legendary heroes, Ghost Lamont Cranston, which gotta be like top 5 weirdest names for these Newage things I've ever seen. Where did they come up with this? Is this a reference? Is it a reference? I don't know. Someone's gotta know, right? Someone's gotta figure this out. But of course, this is just what I use it as, a Shattered Glass Mirage. But it was also, I think it was like the Henkei... I think it was called Henkei Ghost Mirage specifically. I can't remember what the exact name of the toy was, but it also homages that. But anyways, box. So it isn't like a, it isn't really like a shattered glassy box, but it is still nice. I like this artwork up here in the front. I think it's funny, this looks like a solid thing. You know, the toy is obviously very clear, which we'll get into. Get some shots on the sides, and then the top and the bottom. And then on the back, you just get this nice little shot here. There's like a vague image of a building or someone's computer monitor in the background. It looks nice though. I like it. I like the Newage boxes. They're always just small, fun. They're cute. Speaking of cute, here is this tiny little beauty. And like I actually really like this. Like I kind of just figured it'd be like typical like whatever, you know, like Newage standards is usually pretty great. But like I actually really enjoy this. Like especially the alt mode, just like I like how smooth it feels. Like this is entirely flat, and I like that. And then it has like, you know, the wording on the side, which weirdly whenever I first got out of the box, I didn't think this lined up all that well because it was like horribly unaligned. But then after I transformed it back into vehicle mode, it's just fine for the most part. Like it's a little off, but like it's not nearly as bad as it looked. Yeah, this thing also rolls ridiculously well. Like, all 4 of these wheels are pinned. It's super low to the ground, so I was worried it wouldn't have the clearance, but no. It can go, and I love it. And then just for a comparison, I'll actually do it from this side. Here he is with the actual Henkei Ghost Mirage. Which, it's kind of neat having these two, like, side by side. Because I've always loved Classics Mirage, and to this day, it's still my favorite Mirage toy just ever. But it's kind of neat seeing just like the differences in the Classics toy versus the G1 design this is, you know, heavily based on. But I don't know, I think it's neat. Yeah, he does have many accessories, but none of them can really be used in this mode. But what is kind of neat is that there are some die-cast bits, like this whole front section here is die-cast. And then these, it'll become the feet is die-cast. Then, of course, like the pins and all that, like these are nice and metal as they should be. But yeah, anyways, let's get down to his transformation. So, what you want to do is you basically want to start just kind of like splitting the back a little bit to kind of get it separated. And these will just kind of like get them out of the way, I guess, for now. So you can get some room to operate here. What you want to do is flip down these feet, then rotate them to where that little clear backing is facing like the underside of the car. Take the wheel, roll it in, then this whole bit accordions down to where you should be able to just like slot it all together, like there's a slot in there. And then you take this whole thing, you rotate it around, fold that up, and collapse it all into the leg. Then fold this up, and you got a leg. Second verse, just like the first. You take this wheel, fold it in, you accordion all of this to where that tab is going into a slot in the leg, which can be a little tricky, but it's not anything major. Take this, fold it all up, flip it into the leg, fold up the foot, and there you go. It's technically a Gerwalk mode. Or kind of. It's an Among Us Gerwalk mode. Just anyway, okay, dead memes aside. Take these wheels, which this step really confused me because I didn't realize it did this in the instructions, but like you fold this up and then you want to fold these wheels in. Which I forgot to show off is that you can kind of like do the whole like Cybertronian thing with the wheels like that. You can do it with the back wheels too. I just forgot to mention it. It's totally worthless with this figure, but it's just kind of funny. Yeah, I can get a whole single wheel going on. Then flip these pieces down like so. take these arms. You want to just get them out, I think. Yeah, there you go. You want to get them out from under there. Take this bit back here. Rotate this around. Rotate that to the side. This step's a little bit difficult to find like the clearance for it, but you can just kind of get it at an angle, and you want to fold this out. Like I kind of wish I went from this side, but I guess it would have messed with the sculpting, which it makes sense why, but it is a little bit difficult. Get these hips aligned, rotate that around, and now you're fully done with the lower half. But you want to take the upper half, and the chest all folds up, which is kind of funny in the alt mode how his head is just like right there. But I think, you know, the whole thing's clear. We kind of have to accept this. Just collapse all that in. Take the hand, fold it out on the arms. Flip this up. Flip that down. Fold that down. Everything's situated. You can move these out a little bit too. Get everything in good working order. And here we have wee little Newage Mirage in his robot mode. And it does look really nice and real cute. It's just always funny with Newage toys, just how small they are. Like, it's not like, oh my god, I can't believe it's so expensive. Like, I can see the value in this being third party, the die cast, and the level of engineering here. But it's just like, they're just always so adorable, man. Anyways, nice little close-up on the head, which is even harder now because it's clear. Which looks alright. I think it almost gets to the point of third-party face, but not enough to where it overly bothers me. They did slap a Shatterglass Autobot logo on here too, which I had it moved up a little bit. I had it like moved up a little bit more, and it was a bit crooked, so like this side is unfortunately a bit messed up there, but I think it's fine. And this nice little bit of red paint there to kind of match the other toy, which we'll get into in a minute. I really love the transformation in general. Like, I think it's cool how the wheels become like the heels, and like it's actually stable. Like he's not falling over. But, like it's good. I love how the shoulder cannon is like integrated into the whole thing. Like I'm sure that some like third party Masterpiece Mirage has done it before, but I've never seen it done before. So this is really cool. I like it. It kind of reminds me of how like the MP Datsun mold has like the shoulder cannons sort of integrated, and I think that's neat. Though, I mean, if you don't want this to be on, it's kind of difficult. Like, I guess you can just flip it back in and act like it doesn't exist. But articulation on this thing is pretty nice. The head is on a ball joint, but since it is so small, it's a little bit weird to get to, but you get some good stuff. Like, you can look up a decent amount. Look down, not at all, but who is he going to look down at? Arms can do a full 360. You can move up that far. You can move the shoulder pad out all the way, which the elbow does bend a little bit over 90 degrees. Swivel there. Nothing at the wrist, but I don't overly mind that. The waist does rotate, and this flap can fold out to where the hips can move up that far. Or you can use this nice little joint here to make them kick real high up, which I don't know if I've seen that joint on a Newage toy before. I might have. I just forgotten. Oh wait, no, it was on Prime, right? It was on like the Newage Optimus, like that mold. But it's still cool. I like seeing that joint. The legs can go out pretty far. Nice little swivel here. Knee bend is the only real thing on this figure that's kind of limited. Doesn't go super deep, like it doesn't even really hit 90. But I think it is fine just for the size and what it's all doing. And then the toes can move in, which, you know, this whole bulk is big enough to where I think it accommodates just fine. And then I guess down, it would have been neat if they can move up, but I think it's fine that they don't. Accessories with this guy does include like a better missile, because this is, if I can get it out, this is removable. It's a little bit, there we go. And you can pop this one in, which I do like, but of course this can't fit into the transformation, so I don't really like to display them with it. But it is neat. I like that they have the option. Again, it's like the MP Datsuns, where like later on they made bigger shoulder missiles if you wanted something more like that. And then he does have a nice little silver gun, which I'm sure is painstakingly accurate to the G1 cartoon gun. that I do not have fully memorized to tell you if it is or not. And it just plugs into his hands. Yeah, just for a few little comparisons. Here he is with more Newage toys, so you can see how he scales. He is a short boy. I don't think I've ever really looked at him with other Newage things, but darn, he is short. But I guess, I mean, I don't mind this. Like, this is a jet. I think it's okay. I think it works. I don't know a scale. G1 scale, what is that anyway? Here he is with some Magic Square. Here he is with a Mech Fans toys. You can kind of get him in frame. And finally, an Iron Factory. So you can see how he looks across all these different companies that I have. And then, of course, here he is with the thing that inspired him, the clear, like, Henkei Mirage that I don't remember the exact name of. Someone in the comments can be like, oh, it's this one. I'm just going to say thanks. Because I think it's fun. But yeah, I like how it is very similar to this. I love, like, again, like, the little detail of the red there. The basic color layout is the same, like, even the silver there and the silver here. Like, of course, they did change up some things, like, since this is, like, a more G1 design, they have, like, the proper, like, G1 words there instead of 26 on the shoulders. And then just the general proportions, which I think is fine. Like, they kept the general vibe of what it is, and it works. However, I can say I kind of wish that it was, like, partially regular plastic and then partially clear. Just a mix of out of personal preference of not being a huge fan of clear figures. Like, I think this is only the third one I own, because I just don't generally like buying them. I fear them breaking, like, all the time. So this thing, like, it doesn't feel fragile in any way. Like, it actually feels more solid than this. But it's just kind of a thought that I always have when I mess with stuff. But yeah, I do think that, excuse me, I do think that this definitely works pretty well. That's a nice representation for those collecting Shattered Glass Legend stuff. I mean, if you want, like, you know, for Deluxe and Voyager, this is definitely not going to work for you. But I think it's cute, it's fun. Even someone that's just doing, like, regular Legend stuff, like, I think this mold's nice. If you're, like, a Mirage fan, you just want, like, a little desk toy one, and neither of the War for Cybertron entries did it for you, then, yeah, go for this. It's good. It's nice. Pocket size, fun. So I can get this bit more in frame. It's kind of hard from just how small he is. Reviewing these Newage figures is always like a small bit of a challenge with the camera because they are just puny. I gotta put them like super forward on my table. Like my table's all the way back here. Just kind of always funny. But yeah, if you can pick this guy up or if you have any interest, I recommend it. It's fun. But yeah, anyways, that is pretty much all I have to say. So be sure to check out my channel for more video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You guys come check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, links in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.